So much of what you learn on guitar relies on some anchoring on the fretboard, a starting point from which everything else branches out. It's the root note. You will have done this with movable bar chords and scale patterns that you've rooted on the low E string. But root notes are not limited to string 6. They are everywhere. If you want to be that guitarist you've dreamed about becoming, you need to be able to know exactly where you are in any given moment, anywhere on the neck. So let's zoom in and take you through the best exercise to get the notes memorized. This exercise, I call it vertical note finding. Now for this, you're gonna need a metronome, a fretboard chart, maybe a copy of the Circle of Fifths, and a healthy dose of focus. This is vertical note finding because what we're going to do is find every instance of a chosen root note vertically, from string 6 to 1, and then back to string number 6. Let's begin at C, the neutral C, 12 o'clock on the Circle of Fifths. I find the C in the 8th fret of string 6. Then from here, I find it on string 5 at the 3rd, then string 4 at the 10th. Then string 3 at the 5th, then string 2 at the 1st, and then string 1 at the 5th. That is it. And you take it back. String 2, string 3, string 4, string 5, and string 6. That is it. I say straightforward, but not easy. From here, you're going to cycle through each of the 12 chromatic notes, and I find the best way to do that is through a cycle of fourths. That is counterclockwise around the circle of fifths. So from C, we'd go to F. So the F begins in the 1st fret of string 6, then it's the 8th fret of string 5, the 3rd of string 4, the 10th, string 3, the 6th, string 2, and then back on the 1st on string 1, and we take it back. Then we go to the next note of B flat. So that is in the 6th, and you're going to find it on all of the strings. How I like to do this is when the note is an open string, so say we're at A, you would play the A at the octave position, okay? Fretboard Mastery is my free ebook in which you will find this exercise as well as all the visualization techniques you need to get the notes learned fast. Get your copy with a link in the cards or the video description below. The focus element of the exercise comes with the metronome. You're going to set it to 60 BPM, the speed of the ticking clock, and you pick with the click. So taking it back to C, what I would do with the beat would be like this. And you take it back. Now, if that is too fast, you can take it slower to 50 or 40, whatever you need to be able to do that in one go without making any mistakes. With each note, you're going to find that some come much easier than others. Maybe the open strings, the natural notes, you're much faster. That is okay. The key thing though is to record your metronome tempos, because I heard somewhere, what gets measured gets managed. You're going to be logging your BPM with each practice session and look to nudge that BPM by 2 or 3 at each practice session. So I recommend you work around the circle of fourths, and with each practice, you do this at the very beginning. Give yourself 5 minutes to work on your note finding. At each practice, get out your log of the BPMs and set off the metronome and try and get a little bit faster. There is no target tempo per se for the exercise, but the idea is if you can get this going to between 100 and 120 BPM, then you can be pretty confident that you've got the notes memorized. So to conclude, I'm going to take you through some of the notes. Let's begin at A. This is 100 BPM. Here we go. So A. Then D. G. C. F. I promise You do this for a few weeks and you will have this memorized. Please do like the video and subscribe for more from me. And here is a video I made a while back of this exercise in which you can play along with me at 5 target tempos with on-screen fretboard charts. Practice well, and I'll see you again next week.